Hello and welcome back to the section. In this section, we are going to look at HTML tables. There may be a time that we will want to show list of items, but in a table form. There are also many times where tables are shown in websites. So it's a very good idea to know tables in HTML. So let's take a look at tables. Let's see tables in action. For you to start with tables, you need a table tag. Alright. There's something we call semantics in HTML. With semantics, they are tags that describe exactly what they do. Semantics. We have semantic tags and non-semantic tags. A tag like form and then a table, they are semantic tags because they describe exactly what they do. Okay. So that's a quick thing we need to take notice of. So for us to start with a table, we need a table tag. So tab, very good, table. Okay, and we can all bear witness that in any table we have the head and then we have the body. If I say head, we have where, for instance, a list of table about let me say student, the name of the student. We have on the heading as the student's name, the grade, the course, and other stuff. Okay, so we have the heading and then we have the body. Let's continue. I will show it in a much detailed way for you to understand. Okay, so in the skeleton of the table we have table head, but instead of writing table head, we make it short, called T head. Okay, T head. Okay, this is a T head. And then when we are coming to write about the body, oh my bad, sorry, it's T head, not T body, T head. The same like the HTML, that we have the head and then we have the body. See, the HTML head shows information about the website in general, and that's the same thing too with the table. The table has two sections, that is the head section and then the body section, but this one is not head. If we make it head, that means a conflict with the HTML head, so it is prefixed with T, so that with that there will be some differentiations, that this one is not the same as this one. Do you get it? So we have T head. T head is for the table head. Okay, with the table head, this is where the headings of the table will come. You will see it in action, don't worry. And we have something called TR. TR stands for table row. Okay, table row. So you also see that one in action. Don't worry, everything, we will get everything correctly. Let's work together. So the number one on the list, I want to say ID, and then another one to be the name, and then TD. Another one will be school. Okay, and the last one will be let's call it grade. Very good. This is the head section. This is not anything difficult. Okay, this is not anything difficult. We have the table head telling the table that, okay, table, this section of the code is going to be the head aspect, the headings. Why don't I just save it so that you see what I'm talking about? Okay, all right. Before I had some junk table that was on that, now it's not there. Okay, very good. This is so far what we have, and the ID is bold, but these ones are not bold. That means there's something wrong with the code. So very good. It's supposed to be TH, okay, not TD. TH meaning table what? Table head. This is the table head. TH. Okay, TH. So let's fix the error. As for error, they are always there for you to be perfect. So don't be afraid of them. They are your friend. They are there to help you, okay? So yeah, you see, because they are table head, it is bold. it is bold. Okay, all right. So once we are done with this side, the table row simple tell us that this is a first row. If you want your table to have multiple rows, like a first row, second row, third row, which I don't think is something you see most often, so let us keep it this way. We have at the head section, we have only one row, one table row, which contains the ID, the name, the school, and then the grade. Okay, we are done with the head aspect. Now let us get to the body. Okay, let us get to the body. So table body, it should have been body like this. Okay, but you see that this one HTML, the root HTML has body here, so table cannot come and use this body too. There will be conflict. So instead, we prefix it with T, then body, meaning this is the table body. Okay, and the table body needs row, so TR, row. Okay, let's input data the same as what we did here. That's what we are going to do here. You see, this one was TH. Why it was TH is because it was referencing, it's just a convention to tell the browser that this is the table head, TH, table head. Okay, TH, and this one is the T body, T body. So we are not going to say TH again. We are going to say what? TB. Okay, why TB? Because table body. Very good. Thanks for your understanding. So what is this one? This one is ID. So ID number 1. Okay, as the first one. Then the second one is name. So we come back here. TB. Oh, sorry. I think I'm making a mistake here. Oh, mistakes are actually good. When you make them, it makes you perfect. So don't be afraid of them. This one will be TD, not TB. That's how it is. TD, table data, table data. Okay, the data in the table. So it's TD, not TB. This one is going to be TH, but for the T body section is going to be TD. All right. Okay, so that's it. As I said it earlier on, we make mistake to become perfect, so don't be afraid of them. And then the name of the student is, actually I have one guy from Kumasi that I'm chatting with. I don't know the name. I would have used his name here, but okay, all the same, if you chat with me, let me know your names. Okay, there's my guy at UDS, the name is Ibrahim, so let me use it. At least that's also my name. So Ibrahim, UDS, from UDS. Okay, and then okay, and then the school TD, the school is UDS. Yeah, that guy is very good. He's doing computer science, so you can know he's part of the computer gurus. And there's other guy, I want to know the name, but well, some of them, they have some fancy name. The name is like some guy was chatting with me, the name was Dots. Others too, the name was Emoji, so it was very difficult. How can I say emoji? Hello, let's continue. So TD, and then the grade. This is the grade. So let me say grade is, that guy is brilliant. So grade, let me give him 94. Okay, very good. I want us to save it and look at something here in the browser. Very good. So you see the headings. These are the headings, the TH, and then these ones are the TD, which is the table data. Okay, and then the first row, this is the first row. Okay, the first row, or under the T body, this is the first row. So with the first row, that's what we are having here. Ibrahim UDS, and the school is UDS. The grade is 94. Okay, we are going to have another another row again. I think HTML should have been, I think this side should have been TB instead of TD. because if it was to be TB, that one will follow the convention and things are going to be much easier do. But that's how they designed the language, so we have to follow them. But I was suggesting that it should have been TB so that it will mean table body. But all the same, we have what we have, so it is what it is. TR, another row, and this row, the first one is what? ID. So TD is ID. My friend Ibrahim was ID number 1, so this one is ID number 2. And then we have the name, so TD. We have the name as the second column or whatever. Okay, so so TD, and then the name is, let me say, John Francis. Okay, and the other one is school, so the school is a third, so that will be the same here. Third school is which school? Okay, it's a student of Legon. And then the grade TD, that guy too is very brilliant but not much, so let me give him 78 as well. Okay, and let's collapse it. We can collapse, we can open. So Control S to save. We go to the browser to refresh, and then we have another one. So this is all about table in HTML. We have the ID, the name, school, and then the grade. And so far so good. These are the students that we have in our HTML table. So there's one thing that we can add so that we can make things look very nice. Okay, go to the table, the master table. We go to the master table here, and we give it an attribute called border. By now you know an attribute. Okay, and specify a value, any value you want. So let's say 1. Save it, go to the browser and refresh. Boom, we have a very nice table. And in fact, if this table is not nice for you, I will ask you to be patient. Okay, be very patient. When we get to HTML, CSS, sorry, when we get to CSS, we will get to design an amazing and stunning tables. So this is a very basic thing for you to start up with. It is not something that you need to see. Sometimes when you are building skills or building up something, initially it's not going to be what you expect. But as we said it earlier on previously, this is just the skeleton of the site. So you can't expect skeleton to be nice. Okay, skeletons are bones, and bones does not look good to the eye. And that is why God in his own image covered the bones with flesh. So very soon we will be covering these bones with flesh, and you are going to be amazing. You are going to be happy of what you yourself have created. I want to go back to the lectures and explain things to you. Okay, but before I go, the border, you can change it to be maybe 20, and you make it 20. It is going to be way different. This is how it looks like now. Okay, this is how it looks like. So that's all about the table. Let's go back and then let me explain this again. What you are seeing here is TR. Okay, it means row. It means row. Okay, so that means let's revert it back to 1. This is row. Okay, this is trying to tell us that in the head section we have 1 row, but you can have multiple rows, you can have more rows. So if we for instance copy this one, and then paste it here, and we paste it here and refresh, you see that the rows are now 2. Okay, so that's all about the rows. As for the table row, it's simply there for the row. Create a new row for the table details. Okay, so that's it. But for now, we have only one row with the table. You can get rid of the TR, but it's a kind of convention, so I want to leave it there. This is how it should be. You have your table, and the table is divided into two sections. That is what? The table head and then the table body. With the table head, we have a T row specifying that this is the first row of the table head, of the table headings of the TH. So in the first row, we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this is what we are seeing. Oh, let me refresh. I think I need to save. 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 Okay, and let's refresh. This is what we have. This is the first row, and we are perfectly okay. We are okay with the first row. We don't want multiple rows. And then we come back to the table body. Table body is where the data will be populated according to the headings. Okay, table will be populated according to the headings. Okay, so you see that this one is ID, and the ID for the first row is what? Is 1. Mind you, you cannot put name at the ID section. It will not be consistent. If you do it that way, that's how you are going to see it in the browser, and it's wrong, because ID should be ID, and then the name also should be what? Should be name. So the ID is 1, and then the name of the student is this one here. The school is what? UDS, and then the grade of the student is 94. Okay, this is the first column. The first row. Sorry, the first row. And then the second row is this one, where the ID is 2, the name is John, the school is Legon, and then what? The last one, which is the grade, is 78. Okay, so it should follow in that order. We can populate it to any amount of, like any amount of data that we want, but this is just for teaching sake. So I will end it here. And I hope everything was very cool, everything was good on your side. Wow, let me see you also in the next lecture. Thank you for your time.